Hello everyone, today I'm gonna tell you about Super 4, one of the rarest animated series you have probably never heard of. I will tell you about the plot, the characters, and why it's so rare that you won't even find it on Netflix right now. Super 4 is the animated series about four friends, Agent Jin, Knight Alex, Pirate Ruby and Fairy Twinkle, who are always saving the world. These four friends have come together from completely different islands to fight evil. So, let's start with why this animated series was created. More precisely, in honor of which event was this animated series created. It was developed by German studio Marjan Studios and French studio Method Animation in collaboration with Playmobil, the toys that inspired its creators. The series began airing in 2014, coinciding with the 40th anniversary of these toys. Playmobil sets were even released based on this animated series. They were released in 2015 and were produced until 2018, when the series had already ended. By the way, let's return to the plot of this animated series and let me introduce to you the main characters. Jin. He came from Technopolis. He is an extremely intelligent scientist and inventor, claiming to have an IQ of 180. He possesses various gadgets and chameleon. Ruby. She came from Gunpowder Island. Very impulsive, loves gold. Like everyone else on the team, she hates Sharkbeard, although she used to be his fan. She constantly argues with everyone, especially Jin, when she asks to control Chameleon, which almost ends in disaster. Twinkle. She came from the Enchanted Island. She acts as support as she only has a magic wand. During the final exam, Twinkle accidentally turned Fairy Queen into a frog, for which she was banished from the island forever. Alex. He came from the Kingsland. His main target is to protect his and other islands. Very boastful and brave. And as you probably guessed, each island has its own villain for our characters. Fairy Queen. As I mentioned earlier, she banished Twinkle because she accidentally turned her into a frog. In addition, she wanted to tear off Twinkle's wings and take her magic wand so that she will become an evil witch. In one episode, when Twinkle finally broke the Queen's spell, her apologizes were not accepted and she ordered everyone to turn Twinkle into a frog. Sharkbeard. He was one of the main villains in the first season, but in the second season he seems to have become more neutral than before. He is often portrayed as a self-centered, loud and greedy person who does everything in his power to achieve his goals, regardless of the consequences. Dr. X. It seems that he is the only neutral character in the entire series who constantly changes sides. Just like Jin, he is an inventor, the new ruler of Technopolis. He still considers himself the smartest despite the fact that Jin has surpassed him in intelligence. The Black Baron, the main villain of the first season. He constantly tried to seize power in Kingsland by various means or to end Super 4. And the last villain for today, a very interesting one, is Psychronier, the main villain of the second season. He's an alien who dreams of conquering the entire planet. At the end of the series, he shrinks to microscopic size. And finally, the most interesting part of this video is why this animated series was closed and why you are unlikely to find this animated series anywhere. To be honest, unfortunately I couldn't find the official reason for the cancellation of this series, but I can assume that the release of new episode was discontinued by decision of the creators themselves, who wanted to end the story without dragging it out and giving a logical conclusion. It's pretty much the same situation as with Gravity Falls. But if you're still hoping for new episodes of Super 4, I'm afraid that it's not going to happen. Marjan Studios closed in 2021 for unknown reasons. This is confirmed by the fact that their website is no longer working and they are no longer active on social media. The fact is that in April 2019, due to the expiration of the license agreement, Netflix removed the series from its platform. Netflix removes titles due to the expiring licensing agreements and considerations such as content popularity and costs, so they may eventually bring back series if they can secure new rights, but in this case, it was not added back. I watched this cartoon series every day on television when I came home from school in 2018, and it left me with only positive emotions, but unfortunately it didn't last long. Have you ever watched this cartoon series? Perhaps it was your favorite? But that's all for now. PJN out. Bye.